Hello, hi, it's Ridwan here. I'm recording this video to present the project application, good malware detection that that detects the likelihood of a sample, an example being malware or good. So we have as the requirements we have 5 model that was trained based on the data that we got. So now first what we're going to be doing is to present the application. So as you see, it has been deployed on render. So and here we have 2 parts. The first is predicting based on a sample, like one example. And by default, these are pre-filled. So and we have the best model that was selected. That's selected by default. And on clicking on the drop down, we have other models that we can choose to. But first, let's go with the XGBoots, the GBoot, the best one. And for these are input, so we can modify them for testing purpose. So just add some numbers, and we have the predict button. So once clicked, so the model is gonna be fed these data, this example, and it gonna predict the likelihood of this being a goodware or a malware. So if you click on predict, so the model predicted of it being a goodware. So here the model return the label which have either 1 that's going to be returned or a 0. So the 0 indicate that this is a goodware, and the 1 shows that this is a malware. And here there was a 0 that was outputted. And let's select another one and just predict again and see what's going to say. Yeah, it just predicted of it being a goodware too. And the second part is the uploading a file. So we can upload a file. I have prepared some with example. In this we have many example. So we just choose one. I have few of them, and let's just take the one that's or with some labels. So we click open and have it open. We just select the model that we want, maybe random forest, and click on upload, and the model is gonna get this data, and then based on that, it's just gonna upload, just gonna predict the likelihood of the samples being a goodware or malware. So this model's outputted that everything is a goodware. Let's select another one and see what's it gonna say. Maybe the XGBoot. Click on predict. It has predicted these are the metrics. So we have a prediction of one malware. So in a nutshell, this is how the application work. We just first have the one sample, and by uploading a file with examples. The second thing, I would just go a bit under the hood, the show code. The first we have the model. This is how the notebook. That's how I first started working on the project, by doing the data processing and everything, the training and the cleaning data using with notebook, and after that convert things to Py. So we have the models that are here, and some tests here. We have one of them. So first we have this testing either the health route. So once we hit the health, so the desired result is if the application is healthy, so we should get a 200 and a status code of okay. And we have other routes like the predict when it hits with some data, it's kind of the output the expected output, we first have the we have the status codes on 20 to 100, plus we should get these, which are the label, either 1 or 0, and the label name, plus the prediction, the probability of the prediction. And we have other route to, like the upload. When we do not upload, and we just hit the route without uploading any file, we just gonna get this status of 404 for 400 and so on. So yeah, these are the tests. And last but not least, we just go to the for the pipeline on GitHub with the GitHub action. So because it would take too much time, that's why I have run the pipeline first, because having to run it and wait, it just might take longer. But to explain first, after we have the pipeline here, CI/CD, that have been set up, and once a change was made, the first thing that's been the job is we just have to run the test, run all tests, just set up the project and everything needed, setting up the Python version and installing the dependencies. So after all these have been done successfully, everything passed. So that's when we go to deployment. So we should not deploy if anything has failed here after this. So as you see, all after, like the last, so it passed everything. Then we went to the deployment phase. We have again some jobs that's gonna be run, setting up, like triggering the deployment to run and if that's complete, last is to the post deployment to run some small tests to just check everything was deployed successfully. Yeah, so in a nutshell, this is about the project. I hope it was clear. So yeah, thank you for your attention and bye.